Hey, and welcome to IMO, in my opinion, with J&M. John, what's going on, man? How are you?
We got a new guest today. Why don't you introduce her?
Hello.
So we have a new guest here today, since John already introduced her, but whatever. Her name is Delilah Nieves.
Yup.
Tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Oh,
How did you get here?
that's so deep.
Did you just walk in here and saw us recording and said, I want to be on the show?
Meandered down the stairs.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Exactly.
So who are you?
So I'm Michael's cousin, but he likes to say that I'm his cousin's niece or cousin's daughter, and I think that's a little disrespectful. You could call me your niece.
I think it's
that's so distant.
I think it's 100% accurate.
No, the people need to know how close we are. I like shoulder to cry on, best friend, niece. Like I need more. I need a more.
I've never heard this before, so I think she's just
capping.
saying this for the camera.
You're capping. Anyways.
So
Wait. I gotta spiel.
Go.
Okay, so I'm a college student, y'all.
I was about to ask you that.
Cinema studies and psychology.
Watch out.
Period. And I help behind the cameras of the show occasionally when I feel like it. And my duties include making sure the camera's recording and being emotional support for John when Mike is too mean to him. And that's it.
So basically you do none of that because you don't support him emotionally.
No,
she doesn't set up anything.
No,
I do.
No. I didn't say I set up anything.
Wow, that was like the fastest no I ever heard about it in my life.
you sound like Busta Rhymes.
I'm telling you, right? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have a good show today.
Yep.
We have a very childish, kiddish topic today.
I'm excited.
So John needs a moment. I will hand over the mic.
No, it's honestly a couple weeks ago we were talking about zodiac signs, right?
I don't remember that, but sure.
Oh my god.
You don't remember that?
What do you mean?
You were
we
there,
weren't talking,
right?
Me and us were talking, not on the show.
No, I didn't say on the show.
Okay, but
Privately,
when you say
behind the
we were
scenes.
talking, everyone's gonna think we're talking about it.
So yeah,
Go.
I never paid any attention to it because I don't believe that shit. But she brought it up, and it was pretty spot on for you and for me. It was kind of eye opening, right? So and then a couple days ago, I saw a post that says something about zodiac signs and what dogs you should have based on your zodiac sign, right?
Okay.
So I am a Virgo. I got a Siberian Husky and a Doberman Pinscher, which are literally two of my favorite dogs.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Wow.
Odd, right? Okay.
What are the chances? Continue.
You
please.
are a Taurus, I believe.
Period. Towards.
You got some hybrids. You got a mini cock, which is a miniature cocker spaniel, and a wiener schnauzer, which is a wiener dog and a schnauzer, I think.
Gets the job done, though. That's all that matters. All right. I don't know where you were going with that, but okay. No, I get what you were trying to.
I just found it interesting.
Yeah, you were trying to throw a jab at. Okay.
No.
That was funny.
It was legit on the website.
Hit the laugh button,
It was
please.
Facebook.
Okay. So today we wanted to talk about comic books and comic book movies, and
Well, you did. I didn't.
sure, because obviously from the decor, I'm a huge fan. So we even wore shirts. So
Yes. Okay, now I can tell you guys where it's from. So this is a shirt Tony Stark wore in the first Avengers movie. Isn't that cool?
Okay,
It's
yeah,
literally
I
the
get it.
shirt. Isn't it
Yeah,
cool?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Except his was long sleeve. So
No, he had a
it's-
shirt under it.
Okay,
So.
cool. So I guess we should start with, what would you say is your favorite comic book adaptation to the big screen? Let's not all jump at the
You go first.
Yeah,
okay.
you go first.
So we can break this down differently, right? So we can say modern movies, older movies, 90s movies. We can break it down pretty good, or should we just do all of them? There's a lot.
I don't really know the 90s ones.
Because I have a bunch of really good ones. But like one of the ones I hold really close to my heart is the first TNMT movie, the Ninja Turtles movie. That first movie was badass, man.
Ninja Turtle.
I mean, you couldn't. If anyone says that movie was not good, I literally will kick you in the face. Like, it's a great movie. You ever seen it?
No.
No, of course. Did you not feel the pain that Raphael felt?
When he's screaming when they take Splitter. Oh my god! And then that guy's crossing the thing. He's like, "Oh, you down there?" Oh man, that movie was awesome. I mean, every aspect of that movie was great. Like everything, the way the people in the costumes looked, and the faces, the animatronics that they used for the faces.
You didn't even think about that. It felt so real.
I think the only
And
thing
for
that,
90s?
Yeah,
For like, yeah, it was
ridiculous.
Amazing.
It looked hella better than the one that came out now, because I'm pretty sure you saw the newer ones, right?
Yeah.
The one with Megan Fox and who's the other guy?
You think it
Some
looked
other guy.
better than that one?
Hell yeah! The old one actually was real.
It was
like, it was
real,
a real person
but
and a real
the things
stunt work.
looked
Oh.
real.
Yeah,
It,
it
didn't
was
look like a... Yeah,
Mon-
no.
and then they made them look the new ones made them look too big, like they were too bulky, they were too like ugly looking.
Fake.
Like yeah, it looked too non like what you think of when you think of
Like, they
Ninja
really
Turtles.
couldn't even fit through a sewer cap if they tried to fucking duck down
Yeah.
in there.
You know, it was pretty stupid. The first one, what made the first one really good was like it was just so it was dark, right? It had all
Story.
the story was
Yeah.
badass. You know, the cinematography was badass. The actors that played, you know, April and Casey Jones were
Casey
great.
Jones.
The whole thing, even the Shredder scenes. The Shredder scenes were badass. Like right when the movie, like when they first show Shredder for the first time, right? When it's that he's walking into that thing and all you see is the shadow, his long ass shadow.
Yeah.
He's walking in and they roll out the little carpet and whatever. He goes, he grabs the thing. He goes, "Money cannot buy the honor which I embay on you today."
Wow.
You know?
He was waiting
That was
to do
like,
that.
dude.
You
It was perfect. And there's a deleted scene for that, John. There's a deleted scene. You know how they roll out the carpet, right? But the carpet's kind of pointless, right? So it's really not. So it's a deleted scene. So basically what happens is they roll out the red carpet. He sits down and then a bunch of foot soldiers start to attack him. And he's sitting down and he whoops their asses. Right? So now it makes more sense, right? So now he's demonstrating that he's the shit, right?
Yeah.
And then he hands the doji to the guy or whatever, right?
How dated is that movie now? What
It still looks
They
good, though.
looted a store and they took out some VCRs or some shit.
Oh,
some
right at the
8
beginning. Right at the beginning when the truck was empty.
Had they known 40 years from then, they could just go to any Salvation Army and get all that
Dude,
shit for 5 cents.
You know what's funny? That movie was a very like low budget movie thing. That's why they didn't use like no really modern technology from that time or
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's so funny if you look at it now. So like right in the beginning when they're stealing all this stuff, you know that there's a lady that's sitting like on a balcony and there's a TV and somebody takes the TV when she turns around.
Yeah.
But you can literally see it's like a cord and it pulls it up. And she's like, hey! It's hilarious, but that movie was awesome, man. Like the whole thing was great. Like there was nothing, and then they killed it with the second one. They just destroyed it, and then it really, really, really went bad with the third one.
Go Ninja, go Ninja.
Oh my
No.
god, I don't want to talk about Vanilla Ice ever. Oh, that was the worst. They made it too stupid after the first one.
Yeah.
Like it was too corny. I mean, the second one wasn't horrible. It was bad, but it wasn't like. I guess you can watch it in a fun way, but the third one was just god awful. Like
Yeah, good
it
man.
shouldn't exist.
Like the
Damn.
third Godfather.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's just bad. But I don't know. I can't even find flaws. Oh, I know a flaw in that movie. Do you remember the part where like Raphael is in the bathtub because he got beat up,
Yeah.
right? And then he wakes up
They
and he
beat
starts
the turtle shit out of him.
and then he starts talking with Leo or whatever, and then April and Donnie are in the doorway and they're like, "Oh, it's a Kodak moment," and then Donnie starts to laugh, and if you pay attention, you can see the hole in the mouth,
Yeah.
and the eyes of the actor inside there. Oh, that movie was great. Okay, so that's one of my favorite movies. What's yours?
I really liked Age of Ultron. I know nobody liked it, but I really liked it.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
The only thing about Age of Ultron that was weird is like when you look at them as a whole, all the movies as a whole, that's the least one that has any connection with anything.
Yeah.
You know, besides
Well, it kind of
Vision.
sets up Civil War, though, doesn't it?
kinda
Because isn't that why they want them to sign, like, the thing?
the Accords.
Yeah. Cause
Yeah, but it was that and a bunch of other stuff that happened.
I don't know.
But
I
mean,
liked
like,
it.
I'm talking about like in the grand scope of the
Yeah,
stories.
yeah,
like
I get
even in the last one, what was the last one? Endgame. Even in Endgame, you know how they kind of reference all the movies in between.
Mm-hmm.
Like they go back to Thor's, place. Where does he come from?
Asgard.
Asgard. Yeah,
So
they go to Asgard or whatever, and then they go visit Tony's dad or whatever, which had to do with him and then Captain America stuff and all that. Like they never really referenced anything from Age of Ultron.
No,
You
but
know?
I like the villain though. I
Yeah,
think
he was cool.
Really, really good.
I think it was cool. I like his wittiness because he kind of
Yeah,
he was
funny.
always trying to one up Tony, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yep.
What else did you like about it besides Tony?
Well, the actors are super hot, so besides that,
Yeah, Scarlett
I don't
Johansson
know.
is pretty good looking.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
hot. Age of Ultron. That was a good movie.
it was, and it set up Scarlet Witch's story, which I feel like she's important.
Yeah, you do. How powerful do you think she is?
She's very powerful.
Do you know who she's the daughter of? I feel like
no,
you
but
should
tell me.
know this.
Go ahead, tell me.
So Scarlet Witch.
Zeus.
What's her real name?
Yeah.
Wanda
Wanda what?
Maximoff.
Okay. The other Maximoff. That's her and her brother are basically the sons of and daughters of Magneto in the comic books.
Ah.
They're mutants. They're not really whatever, but obviously since Marvel didn't have the rights to the X-Men at the time, they couldn't reference that. But she's actually one of the most powerful mutants in the world.
Yeah,
She can actually like wipe everyone away just by saying it. And I think she does in the comic book, and I think they're going to try to reference that in the movies. Because I think they did like a teaser to that in because they're doing that WandaVision TV show thing.
Yep.
But yeah, she's like super jacked. Like she's
Like my kids say, OP.
overpowered. Yeah, she's definitely overpowered. John, your turn.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball here. How about Constantine?
Constantine with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
I wish
he is a comic book
I know,
character.
I know.
Which a lot of people don't know. It was a great.
I want to
movie.
say he's I don't want to say he's a Marvel character. Isn't he a Marvel character?
I think he is.
I think he's a Marvel character. That movie. Here's the thing about that movie. So like, I didn't read the comics. I can't really reference the comic versus the.
But
movie.
that's the good part of the movie. It explained pretty much everything. It
Did it?
explained his.
But is it really
the
close
way-
to the comic?
Who
That's
the
a great
fuck
question.
knows? But usually they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
there's a lot of movies.
verbatim,
No,
like,
there's a lot of movies that are way off. Like way off in a lot of things.
But that's what I'm saying. Most movies are kind of like that. They're kind of off.
Okay.
Now I don't know his story in the comic books, but the movie itself was pretty good. One of my
What'd you
favorites.
Like about it?
Everything.
You can't just say I like this movie and not say anything.
Cinematography, the storyline. Rachel Weisz, she's hot. It was different. It was really different. It made you think a little bit more. And
I'm trying to think
about,
I'm trying to think of another comic book movie that's not a well-known comic. Like Watchmen. Watchmen.
Yeah, that was a
but
great
that's a
movie,
graphic
too.
novel though. I don't want to say
Comic
that's
book.
considered a comic
Same
book.
shit. Comic
But
book.
that movie was interesting because it's like, it's almost boring, right? Because it's such a long ass. Hold on, it's a long ass fucking movie.
It is long
And super slow
Let me
on
tell you
top of
something.
it.
I rented that movie from Blockbuster.
And it came and it came
Look
and it
up
came
what
on
Blockbuster is.
and it came on 3 VHS.
I was dead tired when I started that movie.
Didn't we go watch it in the show?
No,
Yeah, we did.
no,
Because your sister was there.
I was not there.
Oh,
I watched it at night by myself alone.
Okay.
I was dead tired. I was falling asleep before I put it on, and I watched the whole thing, and I was wide awake throughout the whole thing.
You saw that blue penis, and all of a
oh
sudden,
my god.
you just woke up.
Because
Because that blue penis is literally like 20 minutes of the movie.
no,
why-
it's
why the-
not. It was just like a scene.
Yeah, right. That's the scene.
Did I rewound and record it? No. No, it was a good movie. It was really
No, it was a
good.
really good movie. Did you watch that?
No.
Watchmen? I don't know if you would like it, but it's
You would.
it's
You
a
would.
good cinematography movie. Like it's slow though. It's super
long is
slow.
it?
It's like 3 hours.
Damn.
It's like a 3
But
hour movie.
it's got a great story, and then you get to know all the characters.
And I think
So
that's where
that's-
I think that's where the mistake was for me. Because like, did we really need to get 15 minutes to 20 minutes for each fucking character in the movie?
I'm the type where I like to know if a character is gonna be in a movie. I like to know where he came from and what his deal is.
Sure. But I mean, I just felt like it was you didn't need that much. Like they literally would explain it, and then they would explain him what he's doing at the time, plus what he's done in the past, and what he's currently doing. It was like a lot of stuff to cram into this movie. It was a lot. Like you could have just had, you know, like I think the first one was with like what's the owl? Is that what's, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
It was him, and he was like eating with the first owl guy or whatever. Like we could have cut that out and just examined that he's the owl.
Stop being lazy. Watch the whole thing.
I have watched the movie. I have the DVD. I actually bought it. It is a good movie though. That was like I think one of Zack Snyder's like best creations. That and 300. But those two movies are similar. If you really watch them, they have similar tones.
Yeah,
they're very similar.
they do.
I think you just like a
lot of slow motion.
I think you just like the sex scene in the little plane thing when the owl's banging the girl, and they have that song Hallelujah. I think it's that, and then right when he climaxes, the thing spits out the fire. Oh, that movie was cool. I think Rorschach was the coolest dude in that movie, man.
Yeah,
and he was the one that had like no powers whatsoever. The only cool thing he had was this freaking mask with changed shapes. That's it. That was it. Because
he's invisible.
He wasn't invisible.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. No,
I thought that's why he had the tape on.
No, he wasn't invisible. Not in the movie. Maybe in the
comic book. No, he wasn't invisible. What am I thinking about?
He would just whoop the shit out of people. Man, he would just whoop the shit out of people.
He looked scary. He had a weird looking face.
I think the only other thing I didn't like about that movie was like the climax fight at the end, right? So like when they're fighting the blonde dude, whatever his name was in the movie, you know how he's like super fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so super like I don't know if it was super fast, super smart. I don't know if it was done purposely, but when like the owl and Rorschach are fighting them, like I don't know if they made the actors like, okay, do this super slow. So are they trying to play it like, okay, he's so fast that it just looks slow to him? Because it literally looked like they're talking like wrestling, like, okay, ready, here comes Duck.
Well,
here comes the kick.
He could see it coming. Just
but that's
like
my thing. But it didn't look right. It didn't look right because it didn't have that like warping effect, kind of how we were just talking about Magneto's kid.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, like when he runs, like everything is like has that blur effect or whatever. This one they just recorded in regular film, so it just looked like they were practicing. Like this is just rehearsal, but we're gonna use it in the final cut.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, that was one of the things that bugged me about that movie. But
okay, but that's a minor thing.
It's a great. I never said it was a bad movie. I said it was a great
storyline.
What else was a comic book that wasn't too well known? Do you know any?
No.
I
only know the popular ones.
Popular ones. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
I really liked Endgame. I honestly would say that's my favorite.
Endgame?
Yeah.
John?
I would agree, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm going to go Civil War.
Oh, yeah. That one was really good, too.
Civil War. Civil War is just awesome.
Yeah.
That is an Avengers movie.
It was good.
Yeah.
That's a fucking Avengers movie.
Yeah, it is.
But I think what made that one really good was the fact that, like, you actually saw conflict between them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that rooted from like the very first Avengers because Tony and Steve, they always have this bickery about themselves, right? Like from the get-go. I think like the first pun, the first stone casted was from Tony when he told him, there's nothing special everything special about you came in a bottle. And I was like, ooh, that's Captain America burn. That's a burn. That's
really
hard.
Good.
That was
really
tough.
That
he's like the Batman of Marvel.
He is the Batman of Marvel. He literally is Bruce fucking Wayne.
He's got a fucking shield.
He's got money and he's got technology and he's smart as shit.
Let's not even call it a shield. It's a frisbee.
Not a shield. I'm sorry. I was talking about the wrong one. I'm talking about Tony. My bad. He has a suit.
And he's
Strong?
strong.
Who's
he's
strong?
Super strong. Captain. Are we not?
No, Captain is. We're talking about Tony. We're talking about Tony.
Captain is the Batman of.
No, Captain is not the Batman.
Yes, he is.
No, he has powers.
Yeah.
Tony has powers.
He does not.
Tony
He's a
got
human
money.
being. He's got a suit. So does Batman. Batman doesn't have any powers.
But as far as being
technology.
useless,
Batman is useless.
And
I think,
Captain America is useless.
He's
I think that's
not.
where they went wrong. I think that's where they went wrong with all the DC movies.
I think
right?
the best thing he did was he was worthy to pick up Thor's hammer.
Dang, that was a
And
great
that
scene.
was
That was
it.
so good.
That
Yeah.
was a
really
great
good. I like
scene.
that.
I think everybody started jumping
Yup.
up in the fucking stands when
I
he
did.
did it.
I
And
think
then
I
when he-
screamed lame.
And went, wow,
You're a
you're
hater,
full
bro.
of shit. You're full of shit. He's such a, whatever.
He's great.
That was a great scene, and then like when he screamed out, "Avengers!"
Oh my god, that was so good.
Assemble.
Did we see that movie together?
Yeah, of course we did.
Okay, just make sure.
I bought tickets the day it literally went out. I was in the hospital that day.
Oh, because
Remember?
we do have the tattoos.
I had-
You know,
oh, yeah.
we're Supermans. Not
we're
only do we have
Avengers
this,
people.
we have matching tattoos of Avengers. Isn't that cool?
Yep. Oh, and that's a
Oh
party
my
foul.
god, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I think Civil War to me was the coolest because just like it showed this like, you know, this, I don't know, this frustration between the teams, you know, because they had to pick sides, and that's kind of, you know, interesting to see. And then having them fight each other, that was pretty cool. Even though
Yeah.
they were lucky the Hulk wasn't there, because if the Hulk would have been there, he just would have fucked everybody up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
But that would have been cool to see Vision in the Hulk fight, because I mean Vision is strong as shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what was the weakest Marvel movie?
The Hulk. The first Hulk?
Which Hulk? Because there's like two of them. The one with Edward Norton.
Yeah. I heard that one was really bad.
No,
I didn't
that
even
wasn't
see
the
was
it.
first
good.
one. That wasn't the first,
The first
Which one
one,
you talking about?
the one that
one.
looks like
Eric
a comic
Bana.
book.
Eric
The one-
Bana.
the one that looks like
that
a-
was terrible.
Yeah, the one that looks like a comic book. Like they're literally showing comic book clips while they're moving the
Yeah,
movie.
it was,
around.
it was
That one was
absolute
bad.
trash. Where the poodle becomes like
Yeah,
some sort of
that was
monster.
bad. The other one wasn't bad. I thought Edward Norton was the great Hulk. I think they should have
Yeah,
kept
oh,
him. They
yeah.
should have paid
Fuck yeah.
him. He wanted money, and then they didn't want to pay him.
You guys didn't like Mark?
I do like Mark
I like
Ruffalo,
him a
but
lot.
I think
Edward
Edward
Norton
Norton would have been better.
I think if you have one,
Nah.
keep him.
Edward Norton was great as the Hulk. He he looked the part. He looked the part. Mark Ruffalo's good, but he's good. I just, if I had to pick, I'll go with the first one.
Yeah.
I'll just
And
say.
apparently, I did a little bit of research for the first time ever. There was a Captain America that came out in 1990 that was absolute trash.
Oh, there was a Spider-Man movie, too. A really old
What?
one, and like when he's throwing webs, they're throwing cargo nets.
You can see it going over his shoulder.
Oh my god.
That was pretty bad.
Damn.
Those movies were bad. You didn't have the technology for that type
Yeah.
of movie back
Yeah,
then.
but apparently this one failed in everything. Writing,
Damn.
acting, everything.
That's rough.
Look at the old Hulk TV show with your
Those
boy.
were great. What do you...
With your
No.
boy. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying look at this. Like he's about to punch me. See his hand going up?
Lou Ferrigno
Lou
was
Ferrigno-
scary as hell.
I'm saying the show. I'm saying look at the technology at the time. Look at how they had. To
I
make the show
understand,
look.
but he looked like a... Back then, you got to look at it with your early 80s eyes.
Uh-huh.
Imagine watching that show. He looked like a legit freaking Hulk.
Sure, he was too short.
Sure.
He was too short to be the Hulk. That's my point. Those are the type of characters like you can't really portray a human.
Okay,
at
they
all.
didn't have CGI back
I'm
then.
not blaming them
Lou
for it.
Ferrigno's like 6'3",
Listen, I
like
am not.
290
You're attacking him
pounds.
personally.
I am not saying it's because he was a bodybuilder. If you attack any bodybuilder, John breaks.
Oh no.
John goes crazy.
He was deaf.
You make
too.
fun of
Respect him.
you make fun of
He's
Arnold
deaf.
Schwarzenegger. This guy is likely to
deaf.
throw a chair at you.
I will. Sure.
I'm not saying the show was not good. What I am saying is that the show was a misrepresentation of what the Hulk was.
That's who he was back then.
A regular human being,
Okay, they didn't have CGI.
a steroided out human being.
At least they got the biggest guy they could find.
Wasn't Arnold bigger than him?
No.
Wasn't Arnold taller than him?
No.
Really? I feel like Arnold was pretty tall.
Look at the first Pumping Iron. Look at how much
I don't
bigger
like
this
watching
guy-
those movies. Those movies scare me. That's your type
That
of movie.
scares you?
You ever watch Pumping Iron?
No.
Don't watch it. It's like full of steroids and men saying that they love the pump of their biceps more than they love sex. That's what it's all about.
Wow. Now I kind of want to watch it.
Wow. It's pretty bad. Yeah. What was the first modern Marvel movie that you remember?
I would say the X-Men one.
Who made those movies? I feel like Zack Snyder did those two.
It did not disappoint. It was the greatest movie of all time.
You're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it was good, but it was definitely not the greatest of all time. Did you watch that one?
No.
With
She wasn't
Halle
born.
Berry and
When did it come out?
Hugh Jackman
When did it come out?
in '99.
What was that? What was that?
My love for Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, apparently. It had Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, the girl what's her name? The girl who plays Jean. She's hot. Damn it, from Taken. Shit.
Yeah.
I forget her name.
The wife.
She's hot.
That's all you got to know.
Yeah,
The wife.
she's hot. Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian Malcolm, not Ian Malcolm, Ian McKellen. Ian Malcolm's from Jurassic Park. Sorry, sir. Yeah, it was a good movie. I think out of those,
It
right?
was meh.
I think out of those, the second one was really good. X-Men United, like the one with Nightcrawler, because that opening scene was badass at the time. Before its time, it was probably like 2002.
Yeah.
To have
something like
Nightcrawler
that.
popping in and out at the White House, that was pretty fucking cool. And the whole thing with Wolverine and what's the guy's name in the movie? William Stryker. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Story
I
arc.
mean,
Which
yeah.
it isn't accurate 100%, but it served a purpose.
Lord knows it has to be accurate with you.
Yes, it has to be. The first one I remember was probably the 2000 Spider-Man, and I think I went with you to watch it.
Aww,
So I think it
that's
came out
so
around my
cute.
birthday, so we went on a date.
Aww. Did you get him flowers?
We went to the theater on North Avenue in 25th.
Aww.
No, on First. See how I remember these things?
That's
He don't remember nothing. See, he's not loving in this relationship.
Try to pull that popcorn thing with me. He had popcorn on his lap and he asked me to reach. And I said, no, I'm good. I'll buy my own.
That didn't happen. Yeah, I remember like the Tobey Maguire one. That was probably the first one, and that movie wasn't all that great either. But it was so cool.
I thought
at
that
the
was
time.
the best one.
No, I thought the second one was better. The one with
No.
Dr. Octavius, with
No.
Alfred Molina.
No, I think the first one was
Dr.
better,
Otto
too.
Octavius. I didn't like the Green Goblin. I mean, what's his name? The actor's name, William Dafoe.
William Dafoe. He
William
was
Dafoe.
a great.
I thought he was really
He was
good.
just
He's got
corny.
the face of an
Yeah.
evil
Yes, he does.
person.
He does,
He does.
absolutely. But I
And
feel
the
like he was so corny at times, and I don't blame him. I blame the writing, but like some of the stuff they had him saying was pretty fucking stupid.
Okay, but
Like
the
the part-
director could have told him to tone it down. Like he didn't have to
Sure,
be
it's
so.
not necessarily his fault, but like there were certain things that were really stupid, like the part where he goes and he kidnaps Aunt May, right? And she's praying, and she's praying on a bed, and then he busts in, and she's like deliver us. He's like finish it. And then they put her in the hospital. She's like, oh, those green eyes, the eyes.
That was so good. What do you mean?
Oh, those were good times. He had a lot of stupid shit in that movie, man. There was a lot of stuff like, and then Tobey Maguire. I don't know. I'm so
he's a goof.
I'm so
but
convicted.
whatever.
Not convicted. Conflicted with the different Spider-Man guys that have played Spider-Man.
Yeah, who's the best one?
The new kid.
Yeah.
He's probably the best at both.
Yep.
The other two guys were good at certain things. So like Tobey Maguire was better at being Spider-Man. I mean, being Peter than he was being Spider-Man, right? Because he was actually a
lame.
loser.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man than a Peter Parker because he was already cool.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't a loser or anything like that. Like he didn't even get beat. Like in the first scene, Flash Thompson is beating up somebody else, and Peter goes to defend him.
Oh.
Like I feel like that shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
He'd be the other way. But Tom Holland, he's got the best of both right
Yeah.
now. I think he plays a perfect Peter Parker, and he plays a really good
Was
Yep.
Spider-Man.
okay in the comic books? Is Peter Parker supposed to be a college kid, a high school kid? Or what?
He's a high school kid for the majority of the comics.
This
but he
kid
does
looks
go to
like he's in
college.
6th grade. He looks like he's in fucking middle school.
But he's like 20. He's gonna be like
my age,
21.
yeah.
Are you sure?
He's 20,
Yeah, he's gonna be like
I think
21. He
he's
was
22
18 when he
or
started.
23.
He's not 23. I
I think he's
22.
22 or 23 for real.
Really?
Yeah.
Golly.
What I don't like about the new kid, not the kid. I don't like. I hate what they do with the Mary Jane thing. I felt like they wanted to go away from the Mary Jane thing, and then people bitched about it, so they shoved it in there.
Isn't she still MJ though?
Yeah, but she wasn't MJ. Like I think that was like a last minute change because throughout the whole first movie, or like Homecoming, her name wasn't even MJ. Like it doesn't even have an M and a J in it. It's weird. Like she just said, "Oh, people call me MJ." Okay, why? Your name's not
Do you
Mary
need an
Jane.
explanation as to why her name's MJ?
It would be like if we call MJ Michael Jordan, and what if his real name was Frank Thomas? Why the hell would we call him MJ? It's weird. Like it didn't make any sense to me. Exactly, they wouldn't. That's my point. I felt like they shoved her in last minute because I think everybody was whining about it because MJ's not actually going to be his girlfriend, so it's going to be a big deal because you have to have an MJ. You have to just like you don't have to
Michelle or something like that.
It's Michelle something, but it's not. The same thing with like Gwen Stacy. Like you have to have a Gwen Stacy in there, and she has to die because that's what has to happen. It has to. I did like Michael Keaton in Homecoming. He
was so good.
Michael Keaton was great.
Yeah,
he's a great villain.
Oh man, he's a great hero too. Because I mean, he's the original Batman. I mean, not the original, but he was the original movie Batman.
Mr. Beetlejuice.
Yes, Mr. Beetlejuice. Speaking of which, Batman Returns was really good. I liked Batman Returns, the one with Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito.
Oh, I actually saw that one. That was really good.
There's something about skin tight leather and a whip.
Oh.
And her flipping around.
Yeah.
That was, man. Or when she grabs that girl and she grabs her and she's like getting on close to her and shit. I think that was like one of my first like, interactions with like lesbians or something,
Wow.
Oh man, she was like, I am Catwoman.
Yeah, when
hear me roar. She just starts flipping. Or when she's like, I'm just gonna take myself a bath right here. And she starts licking herself. Oh my God.
What I would give to be Michael Keaton when he gets his face licked by her. That was amazing.
Oh yeah.
She was hot.
Yeah, she was. She didn't she didn't look all that great like in Scarface. Michelle didn't look all that great in Scarface.
She was like
for some
reason, yeah.
She was built for that suit. That suit fit her perfectly.
Something with her eyes too.
She had them really green eyes.
Blue.
I thought they were green.
No, blue.
Sure.
And Danny DeVito as the Penguin. You can't get any better than that.
You can't get any better than that.
Cobblepot.
That was a great. I think the worst character there was Max Schreck, Christopher Walken. I think it was the worst one out of everyone in there.
It was weird.
He's like he didn't fit in. Like he did not fit in. Then that whole series went downhill, right? Michael Keaton went to shit. I mean, he didn't go to shit, but he left. Tim Burton got fired. Warner Brothers lost their goddamn minds and said, "No, we're gonna forget that we made all these billions of dollars with it being dark, and we're gonna go the funny route." And who's more funnier than Jim Carrey? And you know what? I'll tell you what. He did pretty well as the Riddler. I liked him. He was cool. He was funny. He was cool.
Is that where George Clooney was Batman?
No, that one. Val Kilmer was Batman.
Val Kilmer for this one.
And Tommy Lee Jones
Both
for some reason was Two-Face. But Two-Face was funnier than the Riddler in that movie for some reason. It was so stupid. That's when they fucked up.
The one with Arnold. We gotta admit that was the greatest one of all time.
Because Arnold's in it. Because he says that famous line, "What killed the dinosaur?" Freeze. Are you serious, dude? He was the worst part. And he had to be smoking a cigar at the fucking in the movie too. I'm like, I bet you that was part of his contract. Because you know how he smokes a shit ton of cigars. It's like in every movie I have to smoke a cigar. That's in the contract, like literally. No, that movie was horrible. That whole
George Clooney, you're trash.
I don't think he's trash, but he's.
I don't know why women like him so much.
Hot.
He's a fucking average guy.
No, he's not average.
No muscle mass whatsoever.
He's hot.
He's got a look.
He's got a tan. He's got a pretty
what
face.
The look? Yeah, he's got the look of.
Tall.
He's got that salt and pepper hair going.
The beard.
He's got that.
Plenty of people got that.
Stop yelling into the microphone.
I just don't understand. He's just like. I feel like if I was a girl and I walked past him on the street, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever. Like, he ain't shit. He's just
he doesn't
average.
look like Michael, that's why.
He's definitely.
Is that why?
Definitely.
You know what? It better be in my contract that this is the last show she does.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
fucked
put
up.
that on
I'm
my
just
contract.
exposing the truth, y'all.
Yeah.
What else? Let's stick with Batman. So then after that amazing Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and man, there was a lot of A-listers on that though.
Yeah.
It was George Clooney, Arnold
He's
Schwarzenegger,
a
Uma
B-lister.
Thurman, who played Robin? Something O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell. I mean, he wasn't an A-lister, but he was known for that cop show. Who else was in that movie? There was somebody else that was a pretty big name. All those A-listers, and the movie literally was a piece of crap.
It's like a basketball super team where they all come together and they're trash.
Yeah, like the Lakers
Yeah.
and all those players. Then we had a hiatus of Batman. We didn't see Batman for a while.
The Lord.
And then we had the beginning of the greatest run of Batman movies ever.
True.
And the crazy part about it is that no one was excited about it. Like, I
really?
remember when Batman Begins first came out.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a quiet ass release. Nobody was really geeked about it. I was working at Best Buy, and then I was talking to some girl at the time, and the movie was out. So one day we got out of work around the same time. I was like, "Hey, you want to go watch a movie?" And we just decided, hey, let's go watch the Batman movie since it's out. It was already out for like a month. The theater was empty as shit. But the movie was fucking great.
It was a month after, so yeah.
That movie was great, dude. Like, that
Wow.
movie is awesome. I think everyone in that movie was perfectly casted. Liam Neeson was perfectly casted. Christian Bale's a great Batman.
Yeah.
Even, my favorite actor, Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon was great, even though he's better at playing bad guys than he is playing a good guy. But that was perfectly casted. And then Chicago looked really good, at least for the little bits that they filmed here. Did you watch that movie, John? Or
I'm sure I have.
Delilah?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That movie was great.
And then what came next?
The Dark Knight, which was one of the greatest movies of all time.
That was
Probably
so good.
Next
the
to the
best
Joker?
Batman. No.
Yeah.
Yes, but this one
Right
comes
behind
first.
the Joker?
No, right in front of the Joker.
No.
Dude, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Enough
do your
said.
impression. Please do your impression.
Not yet. I'm not there
Please
yet.
do not.
I'm not there
Please
yet. I'm
do.
getting there.
Please.
Are
Um,
you putting... You're just putting stock into the fact that he died.
No,
right
it has
after.
nothing to do
Yeah,
with the fact that he
yeah.
died.
I mean, he was great. Don't get me wrong. I love that movie. I think the Joker was better. A little bit better. Just a tiny bit better. What just happened to my microphone?
Nothing. You sound perfectly fine.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think they're two different movies. Like, the Joker is like a psychological thriller type thing. This is like something completely different. It's like apples and
Yeah.
oranges. You can't compare them.
Yeah, but you can say which one's better.
As a movie, I
Yeah.
guess.
Joker.
No,
And I thought my jokes were bad.
There it is.
Oh, John.
I asked for this.
You want to know why I got these
Oh
scars?
my god.
No, I'm not gonna do that part.
No.
You sound like
You're
a
weak.
you sound like a deaf man doing Heath Ledger.
No, dude, that movie was off the chain.
Yeah, it was
They
so
both
good.
Dude,
were.
everything about it was great.
I'm not saying it's so.
No, let me tell you something. Heath Ledger's performance would have dwarfed Joaquin Phoenix if the whole entire movie was about his character. Remember that The Dark Knight's not about the Joker. It's about Batman.
I understand that.
So if you give Heath Ledger 3 hours, he dwarfs Joaquin Phoenix easily.
no.
Oh my
I mean,
Please,
Okay.
please defend yourself.
I will say
please.
this: if you switch the roles, right? If Phoenix plays in the Dark Knight, he doesn't do as well.
He doesn't win an Academy Award
Nope. Period.
like Heath
It's,
Ledger
it's
did.
possible. It would depend. I would have to see the way he interacts with Batman.
Yeah.
But if you put Heath Ledger in the Joker, he'd overact it way too
No.
much. Yeah, he would. He
I
would.
think Joaquin Phoenix was
I
pretty
think
good in that role.
no, I agree. But here's the thing: we don't know. Remember, Heath Ledger's performance was after the fact, so like he already is the Joker. We have no idea what Heath Ledger would have done from before he became the Joker. You get what I'm saying? We can't even say that. We can't
I
even say
just
he
think
would have
he would've-
overdone it because
I
we don't
feel like
even
he
know.
would've.
How would you know that?
Because of the way he acted in The Dark Knight. Yeah. It was perfect for that movie. It wouldn't have been for the Joker. Murray. I mean, I don't...
Disappointment on his face.
Because he's acting like I'm saying one sucked real bad and one was good. No, they were both great. But one was a tiny bit better. That's all I'm saying. I don't see why that's a
Heath
big...
Ledger's Heath Ledger's performance was fucking amazing.
Agreed. Just not as good as...
and that's not even
Mr.
being allowed
Phoenix.
to be rated R or have the freedom that Joaquin Phoenix had.
What does it matter if it's
What do you
rated
mean?
R or not? So
Are
he
you
throws in
kidding
a
me?
couple curse words. Okay,
No,
that makes
but
it better.
It makes the tone of it is different. You can't go with that tone on a PG movie. You can't give that tone of mental disturb. Like you can't do it as dark as they did in that movie in The Dark Knight. You can't because it has to be PG. You can't.
It was still dark.
It was still dark, but it wasn't. It wasn't as bad. Like, what's the craziest thing
So
Heath Ledger said?
So he says the F word a
I
couple
got these
times.
scars.
So he says that. So whatever.
My fault.
It would have been better if he said, "You know how I got these fucking scars?" That doesn't make a difference.
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
just the
It's
curse
not
words.
just the curse words. It's the wording in
gore,
general.
all of it, yeah.
Just the wording in general. Everything was downplayed because you have to be PG. You have to be PG.
Okay, but Phoenix didn't. He didn't curse that much.
It's not about
Like,
the curse words. It's the
well,
story.
you're saying it
the
is.
overall. It's everything. It's the overall story.
Oh my god.
And the fact that, listen, Heath Ledger had, in that entire movie, probably had 45 minutes of screen time. Probably less. Joaquin Phoenix had...
Joaquin.
I feel like I got to spit right now. He had literally the whole movie.
You know what? Fuck you. Jared Leto's fucking Joker was better than Heath
How do I
Ledger.
turn off his mic? Oh my...
Suck
Jared
on
Leto
that.
was the worst freaking...
I liked
Jo-
him. I thought he was hot. Not gonna lie.
Everything about his performance was just horrible.
I don't think so.
Everything, even like
such
from
a
the
boss. What do
even
you
from the
mean?
very beginning, everything was just garbage on his.
That was a pretty cool scene when he's laying down laughing and he's got all those knives around him.
I liked
That
his
was
laugh
alright.
too. I know you didn't like it, but I liked it.
That was so gay.
like
His best scene wasn't even in the movie.
Wait a
The
minute.
one I showed you that
What the hell does that mean?
They deleted one of his scenes. Like the best scene that
They
I thought he
deleted a lot
actually
from that
did
movie.
well was a scene where I guess he's leaving from somewhere. He's in his Lamborghini, and Harley Quinn chases him down.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Harley Quinn chases him down in a motorcycle, and they have this scene where he's telling her to get lost or whatever. And that was like the best scene in the movie for him, and it's not even in the movie. Like that's probably the best thing. Like I never showed it to you.
No.
It's really
So
good.
like she's basically chasing him down, and he gets like she drives up to him in the motorcycle, and he looks out the window. He's like, and she's like, ah! And she like goes and like slides the motorcycle in front of him, and then he stops, and he's like, you're a pain in the ass. And she comes out, and she's like, you're not leaving me. You're not leaving me. And he goes, she goes, I've done everything. I love you. Just accept it. He goes, got it. I am not someone who is loved. I'm an idea. State of mind. I execute my will according to my plan. And doctor, you're not part of my plan. So he basically goes through this whole thing where
I thought this
he
was
kicks
a
her out.
podcast. Apparently
Right?
it's
He kicks her out.
it's a-
So she gets all pissed off about it or whatever, and it's like the best scene of them, and it's not even in the
So
movie.
what you're saying is I'm right. He's better than Heath Ledger.
No, he's
No.
probably
No, he's not
better
better.
than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Probably.
Oh.
I don't know. That movie, Suicide Squad, was kind of weird. I think the only thing that came out of that, and it didn't even come out that great at the end of the tunnel, it didn't come out that great because, was Harley Quinn. Right? I think Harley Quinn, Margot
Yeah.
Robbie as Harley Quinn was probably the best thing that came out of that.
Came out of that.
But then, it didn't come out good at the end of the tunnel because even her new movie wasn't all that great.
I love that movie. That was so good.
It was critically
Get out of
bombed,
here.
girl. It was critically
Get
bombed.
out. But you didn't like it personally?
I thought it was. She's not a character. Okay, it was funny. It had its moments, but I think that she's not a character.
She's not a lead.
Yes, she needs somebody else. She's not strong enough by herself. And I'm not saying Margot Robbie. I'm not saying Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie can do whatever. She's amazing. She could just stand there and she's amazing. Oscar. I think the character of Harley Quinn isn't strong enough to carry a movie by herself.
She's a side character.
Yeah, she's a side piece. That's what it is. I mean, she was literally created in a cartoon show for the Joker, right? Because she never had her own comic to begin with. Like she was invented for Hamill's Joker in the Batman
90s.
the 90s cartoon show.
I
Like that was perfectly voiced. That was like the best Harley Quinn voice ever and the greatest Joker of all time. After that, we had The Dark Knight Rises, which I think we can probably all say wasn't all that great. It was all right. Had a really good fight scene.
Yeah.
The fight scene when he whoops Batman's ass, that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
That scene was pretty cool. You should like learn a Bane voice or something. You could totally fit the profile, bro.
I can do it.
Do it. Let's
Next
see.
week.
No.
I gotta hear him first. I gotta hear him
Oh
first.
man. Oh god. You could do it
Come
too,
on,
right?
man.
Can you
No,
do
I
it?
can't.
You should be able to do like a Harley Quinn imitation.
I really can't. I wish I could.
Like pudding.
I can't.
You gonna kill me, Mr. J?
Wow, you're so good at that.
Then what came out was just complete and utter garbage from DC.
Oh yeah.
So we had a clusterfuck of movies. We had
like,
Man of Steel.
Wonder Woman?
Hold on.
Wonder Woman was the best one.
Let's go through it real quick.
All right.
So we had Man of Steel, right? Which I thought was pretty cool because I thought Henry Cavill was perfectly casted as Superman.
Okay, she's just gonna like every
She's
guy.
just every guy. in
Yeah.
there.
Are they not hot? Are they not attractive?
Not
Do
to
they
me.
have ugly guys
bad
in those
teeth.
movies? You look at his teeth?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If I got better teeth than
I
you
look at
and you're rich,
his
something's
body.
wrong. So I thought he was perfectly casted, and I loved the whole way they portrayed. Who's the bad guy? He's one of the guys from
Zod.
Zord. I thought that was pretty cool. It was kind of dark, which I thought was pretty cool. Also, and anything that damn it, Russell Crowe is in is great. Any movie that Russell Crowe is in is fucking great. As his dad, that was pretty cool.
He's fat now.
Yeah, he is.
You got a crush on him too?
Actually.
Yeah. My God. You probably like Adam West too.
No.
From the 80s.
Early 60s. Not the 80s. That was like the 60s.
Oh yeah, that was a funny show. With Cesar Romero that wouldn't shave his mustache.
Yeah.
He had to paint his mustache freaking white to be the Joker. That was pretty
I
cool.
want to know how bad it gets. The bald guy from the Addams Family. You like him too?
No.
Okay, so back to these horrendous DC movies. So that one was okay, right? Then we get Batman v Superman. That was complete and utter shit. Like everything about it was garbage.
How do you know my mother's name? They happen to have the same name. Shut up.
That's literally the whole point of the movie.
Oh.
Like he's literally like gonna kill him, and then he's choking over. You gotta say Martha. How do you know that name? And you can tell mad about it. Like, yeah, bro. It's like you gave him your mama joke, and all of a sudden he's gonna kill him and shit. God damn.
I heard it. I was like, is that Scarface thing? Martha. I was like,
Oh,
what?
that was his mom. Him and Scarface and Superman. They all got
God
the
damn,
same color.
there's a lot of Marthas out there.
Oh shit, that movie was garbage. And then what came after that? Wonder Woman came out.
That was amazing. You tell me that movie wasn't amazing?
It wasn't
Goodbye,
great.
goodbye. That movie was amazing.
It's okay. Put your headphones down.
She's hot.
Okay.
Gal Gadot is pretty.
Cool.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I
thought it was
if
amazing.
you put it on a scale, it's nowhere near my top 10.
Of DC movies?
Of any there's not enough DC movies to rank top 10. Like all of like 90%.
It's one of the better DC movies.
Yeah, it is. 90% of the DC movies are like 90 and under. Like there's just a big gap. There's nothing to put in there.
The villain in that was kind of lame. Like,
which one?
The Thunder God or what is that?
That was
lightning dude
stupid.
or whatever.
I gotta watch the next one. The one from the 80s.
Okay, so then let's go to what came after that. Then Justice League. Justice League was whack too. It's so whack that they're doing a Snyder cut on HBO because people think that's gonna make a big difference. Because Zack Snyder kind of quit halfway through the movie, so they think that it's gonna make that big of a difference. But we'll see.
Aquaman didn't do
Oh, he's so hot. That movie was great.
I'm at the point where
Goodbye.
Yeah, that movie was kind of whatever to me too.
It was all right.
I don't know what DC does well. DC doesn't really do much well nowadays. I think
Joker movies. That's it.
Yeah, and that's crazy. It's crazy. How do you do? It's all under the same umbrella, right? So the same people own this shit, right? So how do you say, okay, Batman v Superman's a great idea, it's a piece of shit, but then you say, you know what, that Joker idea is really good, and that's a fucking gold winner.
It's amazing that the least powerful guy gets the most
views.
Yeah,
it's a dark
views,
story.
but
That's why people love dark.
Well, we've never seen that story, and that's okay. Here's the part that's gonna kill me though. No, but it's gonna kill me because I was reading somewhere that they said that they don't want to do a sequel, and when they switch it over, they're gonna just introduce another Joker because technically he's not the Joker,
right?
Because everything that happened in that movie was just in his head, so he's not the Joker. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna say that he got his paranoia and his delusions.
Saying everything that happened in that
everything in that movie is
Are you sure it's not just
like him killing the talk show host?
Everything. Cause think about it. Even at the end, even at the very end when he's talking, everything. So when he's talking at the end to that therapist in jail, in the psychiatric ward, he's literally. What does he tell the lady? The lady goes, "What are you laughing at? You wouldn't get it." So the whole joke is in his head. That whole thing is a game. It's just all in his head. Arthur Fleck is not really a character. It's not really the Joker. Nobody knows what the Joker is in real life.
Yeah, he did it the best.
No. I don't think so. What else did DC come out with? I think what DC does very well is like cartoon movies. Like Under the Red Hood was really good. I don't know if you saw.
Oh yeah.
That's a great Batman movie.
Stick to that.
The Mask of the Phantasm was even good too. The one based on the animated show. That one was good too. I heard the Ninja Turtles versus Batman was really good too. I haven't seen it, but they said it's really fucking good. Don't ask me. I thought it was a joke too, but I heard it was really good. I might watch it tomorrow or something.
So what happens there? The Batman is chasing a villain down a sewer pipe.
No, actually, what happens is, which is pretty interesting, the Shredder and Ra's al Ghul are in cahoots trying to do some shit, which actually makes sense because they're both very skilled ninjas.
Okay.
Right? So they Ra's al Ghul is the shit, and he kind of treats Shredder like Krang used to yell at him.
Like a peon.
Yeah, so he kind of treats him like that, so eventually he gets pissed off, and it's all gory and shit, and the turtles actually cut people and heads roll and shit like that, which is pretty cool. Because the Ninja Turtles are dark to begin with. The original comic was really dark. It was literally people losing heads or whatever, and
the sewer's very dark.
God, that movie was so good. Remember the scene of when Splinter talks to Raphael? Oh, that's such a good scene. When he walks in after he fights with Casey Jones, and then he has that match in his hand, and he goes, Raphael, come sit by me. And he goes, couldn't this wait till morning? You will listen now. Oh shit! And remember that spoof that I showed you?
Nasty.
Do you remember the spoof that I showed you when they were voiceovering the movie? It was like the Ghetto Ninja Turtles.
Yes, that's so funny.
God, that shit was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
I think the most hilarious part of that whole little skit was when when they bring back April and they lay her down on the couch, and then
what happened? I think that was a different.
Oh shit! So Splinter
They
Splinter
hide
comes
their
out.
heads?
No, Splinter comes out. Splinter comes out and he goes, "Oh hell no! Y'all didn't bring this bitch back to the secret location." And then Michelangelo, because you know how he's behind the couch, he goes, "Hey, you trying to hit that?"
Oh no! Oh,
And Splinter goes, "Go clean that motherfucking room." Oh shit, that shit was so fucking.
No,
funny.
I'm gonna show y'all later the college humor voiceover of
This
the
sounds
cartoon.
like a porno. So that
No,
sounds like-
college humor.
I know
It's
them.
That's
They're
funny.
like the company.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. What else? What other movies, man? Then we had the whole Marvel explosion, right?
Yep, the best.
That all started with
You don't
Tony
have to
Stark.
say
Yes.
anything about that.
I don't know if it's the
Yeah.
best, but it's pretty good. They're not
What do you
all.
mean?
They're not all
Look at
amazing.
your arm.
Whoa, I lost audio. Okay, there we go.
I
I'm
think
back.
that's for the best. I mean, what? Go ahead.
How is it not the best? You have all of them tattooed on your
Because
arm.
some of them weren't that great. Like
Which ones?
Iron Man 3.
I thought that was
No.
great. It displayed mental health, y'all. Gotta stay woke. So I thought it was pretty good. Why didn't you like it?
Because it's about mental health.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
kidding. It's not about mental health. 90%
Yes,
of the
it
movie is
He's
not
having,
about
like,
mental
panic
health.
attacks, anxiety attacks, PTSD. Goodbye.
That movie was probably the worst one because it just felt like nobody cared about it.
I didn't.
I cared about
I
it.
didn't
I mean,
even watch it.
it just didn't feel that great. And then Iron Man 2, to me, it started really good, but then it got to the point where I'm like, dude, the main villain in the movie gets killed in 2 seconds in the main fight of the movie. That's kind of dumb.
Can't have that.
Yeah, you can't have that. Like
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's anticlimactic. Like literally, it was dumb. And Mickey Rourke, is that his name?
Yeah.
He looked good. He looked the part, and I thought his suit was pretty cool, especially at the end when he had the whips or whatever. It was pretty cool. It's just like he's dead already.
And he dies.
He's like, hey, put your hand up, and that's it. Like, okay, wow, that was awesome. Great fight there.
The Thor movies were pretty bad. Before
Yes, they
Ragnarok,
were.
They were really bad.
Oh my god. But didn't Chris Hemsworth look like he was on some serious steroids in the first 2? Holy crap. Because in the third one, he just totally stopped using steroids because he looked just like Chris Evans.
I'm telling you, these people are on steroids.
Of course they are, but that's
Like,
okay.
if
There's
you don't
nothing wrong
believe
with
that,
that.
Whatever.
you're stupid.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like they're being tested for it. They're
Natalie
not breaking-
Portman's hot.
She's hot.
She made that movie.
She
So
looked
how
better-
are you
she
guys
looked
getting
better-
on me about calling people hot? And every girl that comes up, you're like, she's hot.
So we're gonna
she's
continue this
hot.
conversation here.
Y'all
So
are
she
fucking
looked her
annoying.
best. Hold on. She looked her best in Iron Man 2. The first time she comes out with like her brunette curly hair, she looked really good in that one. And then she had like the short bob. I didn't like the short blonde bob. That was kind of weird. Like I was kind of happy that she died after that haircut.
Oh my god.
No, you know what? I think I cried a little bit on that scene when she died.
You definitely
felt-
cried a lot.
I did
More
not
than
cry a
little
lot.
Bit. Yeah, you did.
No, I did
Stop.
not.
He's lying. I was there with him. I was sitting next to him. He cried
I will tell you when I teared up. I teared up when Tony died. I teared up when Black Widow died, and something about Captain America. I don't remember what it was. It definitely wasn't the end. It was something about him that
Where he
kinda-
turns into an old, wrinkly
No, that's what I
piece
just
of
God.
didn't. I
shit.
just
So
say
sad.
no. It wasn't that part. No.
You know these movies are fake, right? This shit really didn't happen. It's not a documentary.
So we're
Why
gonna
you
continue this
crying?
conversation here. No shit. Duh. Hello. We know that.
OVO.
Why are you crying? You're a grown
Why?
man.
Because we grow attached to these characters. It
you're
was
a
like
grown
why I
man.
cried. Why I cried. This is why I cried when Toy Story 3 finished.
Oh my god!
Because I
It's a part
grew
of your
attached to
childhood.
these characters. You have no soul. I mean, I don't
Right.
believe in souls anyways, but
Period.
you have no type of.
you don't believe it? Okay.
I don't believe in a soul. What's a soul?
I mean,
Explain that to me.
there's something.
That's
inside
about
of
as
you.
magical as Thanos. Might as well have my soul snap his finger and all of a sudden everybody disappears. All right, enough about that.
Ooh.
And I digress. Best villain in all these movies. That's an interesting one.
Thanos.
No. No.
What do you
Not
mean?
all of them. I'm talking about in general, every movie.
Oh, I only know the Marvel movies. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
How about the Fantastic Four movies?
I don't even.
Those are pretty bad. You like Chris Evans, and he was in it.
Yum.
You know that was gonna bother
what?
me. He was Johnny Storm.
Oh, with the frosted tips,
No.
He had a very short buzz cut.
Yeah.
blonde.
He was blonde. He's blonde naturally.
Lame.
Jessica Alba was
Hater.
in that movie.
Oh my gosh, she was so hot.
You
Go
like
ahead,
her?
say it. No, that's what you're
cute.
gonna say.
Jessica-
How do you know what I'm gonna say?
Jessica
I already
Alba.
know.
Jessica Alba's cute.
She's not my type.
She's not amazingly gorgeous. She's cute.
So did you not like the movies or what?
No, those movies are garbage. They're complete garbage.
What?
Utter garbage.
Even the first one?
Utter garbage.
What?
Utter.
I like them.
I can't take a stretchy man seriously. Like,
Did you watch the reboot?
No.
No, I
And
didn't see it
this
either.
one's even
I
worse.
watched absolutely nothing of the Fantastic Four.
I refuse to watch it, and you're probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're such
my
against
God,
this, and this."
Here we go.
Okay, so when they casted when they built the cast, they casted Michael B. Jordan, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I wonder who he's gonna play, right? Because the Fantastic Four, there are no African American characters, right?
No.
Okay.
I know.
So he plays Johnny Storm, right? Sue Storm's brother, but Sue Storm is white, but they're biological.
That doesn't
What if they're mixed?
You don't mix like that. It doesn't work that way. I would give you a leeway if he was Puerto Rican. Then I'll give you a leeway. But no, it doesn't mix that way. It's like if a black person and a white person have a baby, that baby's probably gonna come out black. It's just that's the way it works. It doesn't. It's rare. And then if it
I've
doesn't,
seen mixed people that
if
they're
it
like
doesn't-
white as hell.
If it doesn't, you don't have one black, one white.
We're on
It
the
doesn't work that way.
opposite spectrum.
So
Yeah, it
would it
doesn't
have
work
been
that way.
better for you if she was also black?
No,
would you
because
still
the
be like,
characters no, because the characters are not African American.
Okay.
It would be like Black
But,
Panther being
yeah,
white.
I'm sure if
It'd be like Black Panther was white.
came out white,
People
it'd
would have an
be-
issue with that.
There's a
And so they should.
There's a
And
difference.
I agree. They should have an issue with it. Absolutely. Just like anything else. Like if Miles Morales wasn't Puerto Rican and black, I would have an issue. They would have made him white. I would have had an issue. Or the Mexican one. There's a Mexican Spider-Man. I think his last name's I think it's Miguel or something or whatever.
Chancho.
I don't know, but something. And I would have had an issue if they would have made him white too. I remember they wanted to do that with Robin a long time ago. They were going to hire Marlon Wayans to play Robin. I'm like, that doesn't work. And I think they even hired him. And then I think they let go of Tim Burton. They kicked him out or didn't even use it. But I think certain characters have to stay that way. Like you can't make Tony Stark black or Asian or Puerto Rican. It doesn't work. You almost like some characters have to stay according to their theology, I guess, if you want to use a word. Right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I digress.
What's
Next
the- what-
topic?
okay, whatever. So yeah, filming. That's fun.
Oh, yeah,
Did you have
this
some fun?
project coming
Did you have
up.
some fun, John, the other weekend? You were kind of mad. You
Oh,
want me to
no,
tell
no,
you?
I
You want me to
wasn't
tell you
mad.
why? You want me to-
No,
hold
no,
on,
I
wait.
wasn't mad.
Time
Was
out.
he really?
Time out. 20 seconds. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why he got mad. So after Nikki left,
I wasn't
and I hope
mad,
Nikki
though.
watches this.
Awkward.
Oh god.
He goes to me. He goes, man, I almost wish Nikki didn't go. And I'm like, why? And he goes, because I wanted to be behind the camera. I felt so bad for him, man. My heart broke.
So you wanted to film
It
Michael?
looked fun.
Aw.
No, it's
you
not
wanted
that
to film you, Mike.
Oh my.
No,
He wants to
he
feel
looked like
his
he was
babe.
having fun. Remember
I
before
just
Nikki
wanted
got
to
there? When Nikki got
Play
there,
around
he
with
was
the camera.
it's fun. It's actually really fun. But yeah, as probably no one knows or cares, I'm attempting to be an actor.
Yeah.
Attempting. And since there's nothing to do right now, I decided to invest in some gear and film my own little reenactments or short, whatever you want to call them. And I started this idea of doing one with one of my sister's friend's son, and my family and friends are my cast and my crew. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. but it's fun.
Why he chose to
Wow,
play
that
the-
was loud, Delilah.
I told you. It was my
That one I
stomach growling. I told you.
That one I
guys,
heard.
it was gonna-
Man, what?
Why
Oh,
you
I'm
chose
hungry.
The Rock is beyond me. He's horrible.
You're such a hater.
I don't think he's horrible.
He's. It's
If you think- okay, hold on, wait a
He's
minute.
oversaturated.
Bro, you're
the
being sacrilegious right
entertainment
now, bro.
world.
You're
It's
contradicting
too
yourself.
much.
Hold on, you're contradicting yourself. You want me to tell you
How
why?
am I Scott? How?
Why?
I,
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, I'd like to know how.
Hold on. I will tell you. You ready? Okay. Your favorite actor in the world is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Rock are literally one
Yep.
for one.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
Arnold didn't have a movie out while he had a TV show out, while he was wrestling, while he was doing this, while he was doing
That's
that,
because
while he
Arnold
was taking
barely
steroids,
spoke
while-
English.
Okay, then, but I mean, Arnold,
Get to the chopper.
Get to the jumper.
That's all he says.
his
That's it.
movies were great too. They were
I'll be back.
blockbuster.
No,
hits.
his best
What-
movie.
What
his
has The
best,
Rock
listen,
made?
His best movie is the original Terminator. And you know why? Because he says 6 lines in the entire movie.
Terminator 2 was the best Terminator.
No, Terminator 1. And his best line is,
No.
"Fuck you, asshole." That's all he says. It was stupid.
Why'd you make him sound like
Tony Montana.
it's horrible?
But yeah, The Rock's not bad. I will say he's not a great actor, and I think I've said this before. He's not a great actor. I think what he's good at is what he does, which is
What does he do?
if you need an Arnold Schwarzenegger-ish type of character, that's who you get. Because he's pretty on the eyes, he's got the
So
physique.
who? So who?
So like 90% of the nation that loves this man. They have a vajay between their legs.
I don't
Okay?
have one of
So let me
those,
tell you,
so
that's what
guess
sells,
that's
okay? The same way for us, if Scarlett Johansson is half-ass
Facts.
naked on a
Facts.
screen, we're paying
Facts.
$12 to
Facts.
watch it. The same way, if The Rock was half-ass naked, which he probably is in 90% of his movies, they're paying $12 to go watch it. That's why you hire him, because he puts asses in seats. That's
Yep.
what he does.
Yep.
That's it.
And he's
I don't
funny.
think he is
I
funny.
think he's really funny.
I think he's funny.
Funny.
Well, I don't know if he's naturally funny because he is reading a script.
Do you see him? But the banter between him and Kevin Hart, like behind the scenes. They're
Yeah,
funny.
Kevin Hart makes him funny.
Okay.
I don't think he's horrible. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger horrible. But
What do you mean by that? What was his best movie?
who? Arnold?
No.
The Rock?
Well, we're only talking about two people, so it
Okay.
would have to be him.
So
yeah.
The Rock's Gridiron Gang is a good movie. That's a really good movie. He doesn't do amazing, but he does well as Hobbs because that's just him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So two.
San
movies.
Andreas was okay. But he's
Who was that
okay.
one?
So name me an Oscar-winning Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he
I
won
will
Best
not name
Actor.
you an Oscar
Or nominated at all.
but I will name you a bunch of movies where it was like a blockbuster hit.
Do you understand
Terminator
that
1.
Do you understand that every movie The Rock's in is
Terminator
a blockbuster?
2.
Yeah.
You do know that,
No,
right?
it is not.
Yes,
You
it
do know
is.
he is the highest paid
People pay so much
fucking
money.
actor in Hollywood right now, right?
Yeah, he gets paid before the movies come out.
And do you understand that the reason he gets paid that much is because every movie he's attached to is a fucking blockbuster?
Yep.
Maybe because of the people around
You think
him.
Kindergarten Cop was a fucking blockbuster?
Sure, it was for its time. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Holy
That
crap.
San Andreas. Did you watch it?
Yes. Did I go to the theater watch it? No. Name me a
Obviously
movie of
not.
Arnold Schwarzenegger that I went to go watch. You know what movies I watched that are Arnold?
We
that Arnold
weren't allowed to
Schwarzenegger's
go
in?
to theaters.
You want to
back
know what
then.
movies I watched that Arnold Schwarzenegger's in? Just the Terminator ones. That's it. Even to this day, I go watch them. That's it.
Well, there you
I don't
go.
watch nothing else.
I've
with Arnold
never
Schwarzenegger.
gone to a The Rock movie. So
Name
there
me,
you go.
Name me those movies again. Those Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those are so great Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
The Predator, Terminator 1,
That ended up so great.
Terminator 2,
Those ended
which
up
is
amazing.
look it up on Rotten Tomatoes, one of the best movies of all time.
Sure. Look where the series went. To shit.
They shouldn't have done another
Predator
one
went to
after that.
shit. And guess who's still in those movies? Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they went to shit. I bet you when The Rock's like 70, like Arnold is, I bet you he still makes more money than Arnold Schwarzenegger. And brings-
Commando,
100%.
Twins with Danny DeVito, all blockbuster. Jingle All the Way, I think.
That was not a blockbuster.
Sinbad.
Or Turbo Man. That was horrible. Come on, man.
Junior, where he's giving birth. He's the first
That's such a blockbuster.
trend.
I think you're misunderstanding what the word blockbuster means. Dude, his best movies were probably Terminator, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Conan
one
wasn't
of the
even all that
greatest
great.
Movies of all time.
Sure.
Conan was a blockbuster.
I'm done with you, bro.
It was.
You have such an infatuation with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Meanwhile,
He
you
was
got
not that great.
fucking The Rock in a movie with a gorilla, and I'm supposed to be.
That's
like,
a blockbuster movie.
What movie was that? I don't even know what it was called.
Rampage.
Holy
George?
shit! He doesn't even know the movie title.
I thought the monkey's name is George.
Oh, maybe.
What a stupid. Oh my god!
I was working at the movie theater when that movie came out, and it was filled every
that
time.
was a blockbuster. Those are blockbuster movies. The Rock, San Andreas is a blockbuster movie. Even that piece of crap Doom was probably
more of a makeout movie. That was people went in there to make out. They were watching.
Hater, bro. You're such a fucking hater.
Why do you
bro.
hate on him?
Because he sucks.
No one's saying
I
he's
think
a
I am
great
bigger
actor.
than him already. First
no
of
one,
all,
no,
so.
he's
Cap.
He's taller than me. He's taller than me.
Listen,
but I'm also not on steroids. Either, so
listen.
Yes.
I forgot what I was going to say. Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude, he was not that great of an actor. The Rock. Oh, this is what I was saying. No one here is saying The Rock is a fucking Academy Award winning actor.
God,
He's
no.
never going to win an Academy Award for Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor. Okay? But what he does bring...
He should only be in supporting roles. Go ahead.
What he does have is a particular set of skills.
Yep.
Okay? You know what those skills are? He lifts a lot of weight. And that makes him look a certain way. And when you need someone who looks that way... That's who you call. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was not a great actor
John Cena
at all.
is a better actor
Fuck
than The
no.
Rock.
Fuck no. Come to think about it, that's the best way they spited The Rock, though.
Why?
So the new Fast and the Furious movie, you didn't watch the trailer? No? So there's like... Hold on. There's like 9... How many are... This is 9. So there's like 8 too many, right? There should only have been 1. So in this newer one... Right? Apparently. So we have 8 movies. That spans how many years in the story? Probably like 10 years, right? In the story? Let's just say 10 years. Round it off.
Like 20.
Okay. So in 10 years, apparently now Dom had a brother, right? That none of us knew about,
actually,
right?
That, yeah.
Nobody knew about. His sister didn't know about it. His girlfriend from when they were kids didn't know about it. Nobody knew about it because nobody ever mentioned it, right? So apparently he has a brother. They're bringing the Chinese guy back, Han, and he died. So I don't know how maybe they threw him in the Lazarus pit like in Batman or something. And to spite The Rock, right? Because The Rock refuses to work with Vin Diesel. They have a beef. So to spit in his face, they hired the next best thing. So Dom's brother is John Cena. Dude,
oh my god!
I was like, "Holy crap! Are they really spitting in The Rock's face
so
right now?"
funny.
Because I'm like, you could have hired anybody else, but instead you hire John
They
Cena,
look
which
just
is The
alike,
Rock's.
so-
No, they don't.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
That's
you mean like
sarcasm.
them? They're both going. Well, I guess John Cena's going bald too, but
John Cena looks like Ernest.
yeah,
I mean,
he's not good either.
well, who's writing these scripts? Are they going to
I don't
fucking 5-year-olds and
I don't know. I mean,
movie
he's not
things
that
for
great
them?
of an actor either, but
No.
I mean, he does pretty good hefty bag commercials.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Fucking Cock Blockers was like Gone with the Wind. It was a great movie.
What? Like Gone with the Wind?
Yeah, it was a classic.
I don't know.
It's gonna stand the test of time.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that they hired
Got a
him.
tube stuck up his ass. Full
All
of
right, so I think we babbled enough about all
Yeah.
these movies.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before
No, thanks for having me.
John? Arnold Schwarzenegger's the greatest.
No. Well, that
The
yeah,
Rock sucks.
you know, and the Joker was the superior movie. Sure, it was.
Nar.
I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. All right, well, that's going to be our show for today. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. That definitely helps our channel get out there. Yeah, and all of this was in our opinion, and if you don't agree with it, I got 3 words for you. Thanks for listening.